the Mead School District voted to delay voting on its proposed new transgender student policy. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. At the center of it all is if schools should follow state or federal laws when it comes to transgender students. Marissa Rio joins us in studio tonight to break down those changes.
Thank you, Derek and Kirsten. These proposed changes come after the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction deemed Mead's transgender policy non-compliant in February. While this new policy is lengthy, it does not include any changes to transgender participation in school sports. While the new policy does favor federal law, it does stay consistent with state laws in other ways. The new policy says the district will assess locker room access for transgender students on a case-by-case basis. It also says that for any overnight school trips, student rooms will be assigned based on sex at birth. It gives guidelines for family involvement and pronoun usage as well. A few people spoke against this policy today.
How could forcing these kids into overnight rooms that are not consistent with their gender identities possibly be safe for them? How are you planning to carry out that policy? Are we going to have a registry, genital checks, a snitch form? Are we going to do chromosome testing? You inspect one kid, you're going to have to inspect them all.
The district said it's delaying tonight's vote because it received feedback from OSPI urging them not to pass this policy just an hour before the meeting.
I feel like we need to look over this with the legal team and have time to come back and have further discussions with the board and get more clarity with OSPI and go through each item instead of just this summarization of their opinion on those.
This is a graph the board presented at their last meeting. According to board members, around 80% of its funding comes from the state and 5% comes from the federal government. Members have acknowledged that this policy puts their federal and state funding at risk depending on how the rules are interpreted. During their last meeting also, board members pointed out that this policy also puts them at risk of litigation. They said they did their best to balance those risks and the needs of their students. Members did not provide a timeline as to when they would revisit this policy. In studio, Marissa Rio for News Now.